What is up, people? Skywalker Hendrix here with another video for you guys today. Today we are going to be looking at all the different Luke Skywalkers released in the Black Series. Of course, I do not have quite all of them, but I do have quite a few here to look at today. So, very excited about this video. We're going to be looking at all, well, not all, but some of the Black Series Luke Skywalkers throughout the years, and I'll be determining which one I think is my favorite. So, let's take a closer look at some Luke Skywalkers. Alright, so first up here we got a custom Luke Skywalker that I made, but this is obviously, you can see the paint chipping off. This is the Yavin Luke body, painted the arms black, threw Cad Bane's duster coat type deal on top of it, and kind of was trying, big emphasis on trying to make like a Cade Skywalker type deal. Just did not really work out that great, but you know, it was worth a try. And I think the Yavin Luke is a decent figure for what it is. Me personally, probably would not have like the ceremony, even though it is a great scene. I probably would not have the ceremony displayed on my shelf, so decided to customize him. I think the head sculpt is good on this body, really good actually. I know some of them have the raccoon eyes, you know, I know that happened to some, but I think it is a really good head sculpt, and I will go into a head swap that I maybe would want to do with this particular head. So this is just kind of the intro, I'd say, to looking at all the Lukes, excuse me. So all the Lukes, you know, we've had a lot of Lukes. I'd say they're probably one of the I think the most released figure in different variations throughout the Black Series. So there's a lot of him. I mean, we get a lot of Luke action figures in the Black Series, and I mean, it's great. I love it, don't get me wrong. Some people complain, oh, we get too much Lukes, we get too many Lukes, blah blah blah. I think, give me all the Lukes, give me all. I like it. Luke's one of my favorite characters, and that's why I'm doing this video, as well as he's just one of my favorite characters, and we have a lot of different options for him in the Black Series, which is amazing. So that's why I made this video today. I just want to look at how Luke kind of has evolved over the course of the Black Series, and as I said, I do not have all of the Lukes, so bear with me. I do have quite a few though, so let's get into some of the Luke Skywalkers. Alright, and first up we have Farm Boy Luke here, and he does not want to stand at all. I don't know, he just does not want to stand today. So there we go. So we got Farm Boy Luke here, looking pretty good, you know. I'd say if you take this off, it's the eyes. I think it's the eyes that get me. The eyes just are kind of, you know, spread a little far, and I don't know, it's a good looking figure, and the soft goods I think looks decent on this figure for sure. But it's just the head sculpt for me, which is why I try to get his hat on and get it kind of low. So this is Farm Boy Luke, or Landspeeder Luke, whatever you want to call him. This is the Landspeeder Luke actually though, because as you can see, he has the binocs and the hat, and you know, this is from the Landspeeder set, which is an amazing set. So good, so good. But I like this figure a lot actually for what it is. I think he looks good next to his Landspeeder. I mean, you get the hat down low and you can't really see the face sculpt. The mouth looks good. I mean, like right there, it looks good. Just the eye, you get to the eyes and it's like, let's just hide those. So, but all in all, I think it's a really good figure. He has good articulation. He has, I think it looks good, at least mine. The Landspeeder Luke, I think, also has a different material for the shirt, which this one looks a little better than the standard release. I've heard, I do not have the standard release, but I've heard it looks a little better. So, I'd give him a 6 out of 10. A 6 out of 10 for this Luke. He's getting there, but yeah, they could update the face on this, which they are doing. Excuse me. They are doing that. So that'll be interesting to see what fabric they use. So let's take a look at another Luke. Alright, and here is Hoth Luke. This Luke came originally with the Wampa set, and but this is the updated archive release with the updated photo reel. And I put the green goggles on him because that's just how I remember it in the movie, which he does have them on before he gets attacked. So it is accurate. But this figure is good for what it is. I think it could use a little wash, which I've been meaning to do. Get a little wash on this guy's jacket and his arms a little bit, pants, everywhere. And I think that would do him some justice. The articulation, though, is just outdated for me. Personally, like, he has zero wrist articulation. So, he can double hold his lightsaber, though. That's one thing he can do. He can hold his lightsaber with 2 hands and in a decent pose. So, I will give him that. But the articulation is just a little bit outdated for me. Good figure for what it is for the Hoth display, though. So I will give him that. I would rate this guy 5 out of 10. So 5 out of 10 for this guy. Let's move on. Alright, and here is Bespin Luke. For a while, this was the best Luke in many people's opinions. So the head sculpt at the time was really, really good. I think it is a little bit outdated now with just how good the technology has gotten. And again, with the articulation, there was just like a recent jump in articulation, and he kind of like barely missed that jump. But, it's a good figure for what it is. Like I was saying with the Hoth Luke, it is good for what it is, can't get those crazy double wielding poses, but the suit looks good in my opinion. I think they did a good job with the weathering, or there looks to seem to be like a dark wash on it, which that looks really good in my opinion. But another head swap that I would do, which we will talk about a little later, I would do with this guy. I'd put a different head on this guy, but the proportions are a little weird on that too, because, we'll get into that. So, good figure, I think. I'd give him a 7 out of 10, because he is a good figure. I think he's good for what he represents, but I hope we get a updated Bespin Luke so we can get him into some of those poses. And I would love a alternate head for this guy to get that battle damaged black eye look from fighting Vader. Maybe a detachable bloody stump hand. That would be kind of cool. But yeah. So I think they could really update this guy and do themselves a favor, and we'd all get it. So 7 out of 10 for Bespin Luke. And here we have the Dagobah Luke body. This is one of my absolute favorite figures that Hasbro has ever released. I really just think they nailed the head sculpt on this guy. They nailed the articulation, as you see. We got comic Luke over there, you know, just with that crazy good pose. You know, I love that we can get him into that pose. It looks so good and natural, and the pinless look to him, it looks very, very nice. And this is where I say the articulation on some of the older ones just have been they got outdated, you know. They do these updated molds, and they just have been blowing it out of the water lately. So it's hard to compare them, but it just shows you how far Hasbro has come in the recent years with sculpting and everything. I mean, these are just amazing, amazing figures. I'd have to give this mold a 10 out of 10. The head sculpt, as I was saying, I think is the best Luke head sculpt in the Black Series. And this is what I was saying. I'd switch a Bespin out for a Dagobah Luke head, but the proportions just aren't. Like, this head's a little bit bigger, and the proportions are a little bit bigger, and just slightly. So I've seen people do it, and they do it really well. I just don't have those talents yet. So, but I've been getting there. I've been getting into customizing, and I've been wanting to do it because I think it would enhance this figure a lot. But I love this figure. I have a couple of them. Well, I have him, the comic Luke. Had to get him because he was on this, basically. And I love Luke Skywalker, especially with the green blade. It's my favorite. And with the black outfit. Ooh, so good. So, should check out my review for that guy. He's just a banger figure. But along with this is a banger figure. It came with I got 2 of the Dagobah Luke and Yoda 2-packs because one was on sale. I got the first one initially because it was just an awesome 2-pack. I'm surprised it peg warmed for that long, but it did for some reason. Great 2-pack. If you don't have it, go get it because it's amazing. And then they did a standard release. Like, I have just him on card for the 40th anniversary of Empire, so that's a dope looking card to put up. Just have a lot of love for this mold. I just think they really gave us a absolute banger of a figure. So 10 out of 10, like I said, and let's move on. Alright, and now we have another iteration of Hoth Luke. This is technically Snowspeeder Luke, because this is his more puffy Snowspeeder outfit. And it's a lot like the, obviously, X-Wing Luke, which I believe that's the only one I do not have. Obviously, old Luke, because I do not collect sequel trilogies figures, so I'm not even going to get into that. But I don't have those 2 Lukes, I believe. So, X-Wing Luke and old Luke I do not have. So, but I think I love this figure, so I've been wanting to get my hands on an X-Wing Luke, but I've been kind of waiting for them to update it, but I don't know if they will. They already did put it in an archive wave, so. But this Luke looks good. This Luke looks good. He's got the extra padding. Love him on the Hoth shelf. He just looks really good in my opinion. I think the articulation is very, very nice. He's got those butterfly joints, obviously, which is, so good. And I just really dig this Luke. He looks really good. And obviously, the helmet comes off, and it's, the whole head does come off as well. But under there, I'm not even going to try that again because it's on there pretty snug. But under there, he does not have, like, hair under there. He just has a, like, kind of skull cap type thing on. But I've seen people, again, that put this head sculpt on this body, and it looks absolutely amazing. So been thinking about that too. But you know, I just like him all like geared up and like helmeted up, trying to like, you know, going to fight someone or something, you know, I don't know. But I think he looks great. And again, I think they got like, it's the eyes for Luke that lose it, because like the chin area, this looks great Mark Hamill likeness, you know. So I think it's where in the eyes where the human perception gets lost a little bit. So, but all in all, this is a great figure. I think it has a great head sculpt too, and great face printing technology on it. So I really like this figure for what it is, and I'd give it an 8 out of 10 because it's got great articulation. It's just a great mold, great detail, everything. So 8 out of 10 for Snowspeeder Luke. Alright, and now we got the Endor Luke slash last final battle with Vader mold, I'd say. So just this look, you know. So if you take off the poncho and everything, you get this Luke. So obviously the head sculpt is the matted down look for the helmet, but you know, I think it gets the job done when he's, I mean, it looks like Luke, he's kind of all sweaty at the end and stuff. So I use this Luke as, you know, the looking at his lightsaber and throwing it away next to my Big Daddy Pelps on the shelf, and I use this obviously as Endor Luke. He looks amazing. Amazing figure. I think the articulation is just a tad outdated, but it's not terrible. And I just think the updated head sculpt on this guy looks absolutely amazing, because that's another Luke I do not have, is the original Final Battle Luke with the kind of, you know, where the white is showing on his chest for like the last 5 minutes of the movie when he takes Vader's helmet off. But I do not have that Luke. So but this one, it's the same mold, just without the replaceable chest piece and an updated head. So I think this is a great stand-in until we get an updated one. Obviously, we're going to get one for the 40th for Return, which is awesome. Can't wait for that. If you guys don't know, most of you probably know by now, because I always gush over the Return characters. Love Return of the Jedi. It's just one of those movies that when I was a kid, for some reason, like, my favorite color was green as a kid, and Luke's green lightsaber, and like the green in the Ewok village, like they're in a forest and it's all green around them, you know. I don't know, I just loved that movie as a kid. So it's got like a special spot in my heart. Obviously, Revenge of the Sith 2. I just love that movie because I think it was the first Star Wars movie I saw in theaters that I remember. So that's just got a special spot. Me and my dad used to just love watching it because I was obsessed with Anakin as well as a kid. So I don't know, just Luke with his green lightsaber, black outfit, Return of the Jedi, just oof. And I hope we get an updated body that just is really, really good. I'm hoping Hasbro gives us a great Final Battle Luke. So we got Endor Luke, and you can also make him into Return Luke. I give this figure, again, an 8 out of 10. I just really like the customizable aspect of this figure, and the soft goods looks amazing. One thing about the Heroes of Endor wave set, wherever you got the Endor figures from, they look amazing. All of them have great soft goods, which is, I love that Hasbro gives us those great soft goods every once in a while. And it's amazing. I think they need to start doing a little more, but they need to stay where they're at a little bit, where they do it in a right way, where it won't look goofy, you know. And yeah, I just love that Hasbro has been giving us some great soft good material. So 8 out of 10, great figure, go grab him if you don't have him. And last but not least on the Luke Skywalker list for today is Jedi Knight Luke. Amazing, amazing figure. I think the head sculpt is a tad off. He looks kind of a little bit too pretty for my it looks a little bit too pretty. And if you remember, I was talking about swapping this guy's head out with someone, and I think it's gonna be Jedi Knight Luke. I've been looking at him recently, and it's just a tad too pretty for me, and I don't know, it's something they do with the eyes sometimes on Luke that just, he looks great. I mean, don't get me wrong, he looks great, and I love this figure, absolutely love this figure, but he's a tad pretty. But nonetheless, like, I think this figure is absolutely amazing. The whole Jedi robe type deal, all in black, amazing green lightsaber, just an absolute amazing, perfect figure. I think if they could update it, that'd be amazing too. If they threw some butterfly joints in here, oof, that would be so good. I hope they do it. Hasbro, if you would ever listen to my channel and if hell froze over or something, put some butterfly joints on Jedi Knight Luke and throw them in with the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi, please. But anyway, great figure. I'd give him another 8 out of 10. Just captures that image almost perfectly. I think if we put this Yavin Luke head on, it would just, oof, chef's kiss on this Luke. So definitely love all the Lukes that have come out, and let's determine which one's the best. Alright, and here we got all the Lukes just stacked up. This is an amazing shot, I think. So, in my personal opinion, let's try not to have an avalanche here. My personal opinion, this front row Luke mold is the best. Chef's kiss all the way to Hasbro. They knocked it out of the park. Second place, we got Jedi Knight Luke back there. Coming in close third is the Endor Luke / Last Fight, Final Battle Luke. Coming in close fourth again is we got Snowspeeder Luke, sorry. We got Snowspeeder Luke coming in close fourth back there. Close fifth, well, not that close, but fifth place we got, you can see him peeking through, Bespin Luke. And then if you can see him back there, his little hat. In sixth place, we have Landspeeder Luke, and in final place, last place, we have Hoth Luke. Unfortunately, good figure, but just outdated at this point, so... But all great Lukes. We've had so many great Lukes in the Black Series, so many different costumes and designs to choose from. So great that Hasbro did that. Super thankful that we have this many Lukes to look at. So yeah, that's kind of where I am with all the Lukes. I think that is my final ranking. So if you liked the long-ass video today, leave a like and subscribe if you're new. If you didn't like the video, leave a thumbs down and tell me what I can do better. So I'll see you all in the next one.